Hey, what's up? Like, share, and subscribe. Frankie Diamonds TV. Almost close to 100. Let's get 100 subscribers, man. Quit fucking playing with me. Anyway, Cardi B won ASCAP Songwriter of the Year. The blasphemy. And you just can't help. Like, people don't like having their intelligence insulted. Now, I say this, let's just get this out the way. I'm not a fan, but I'm not a hater. I have no malice in my heart or hatred for Cardi B as a person or artist. I have no salt or sodium in my body. As a matter of fact, I don't even have any salt in my kitchen. This is just all honesty. And I said this about 2 years ago when Bodak Yellow came out, that she was being pushed by the machine. The machine is the corporate America, the people who run entertainment, the record labels. They've been pushing her. She was the replacement for Nicki Minaj. They needed someone who could come in and enforce that agenda. She sells sex. She has the credibility because of her former occupation of being a stripper. She was on Love and Hip Hop, so she already had a following. Remy should have been the replacement, but Remy doesn't have that appeal. Remy's a little rough around the edges. It could be a light skin, dark skin thing. I don't want to really get into that, but Remy was just a little. She doesn't push that agenda that they wanted. So they chose Cardi to replace Nicki because Nicki dominated for almost a decade. And I could say a lot about Nicki. I've never really been a big Nicki fan. To me, her music was more catered towards the gay demographic and the females. But Remy was organic. Like Nicki organically got hot through the mixtapes. And when she came out 09, 2010, you couldn't go outside of your house without hearing a Nicki Minaj song. There was no push. There was no machine push in the beginning. That came later on. With Cardi, it's been forced. Because in the entertainment business, a lot of times you're not successful based off how talented you are. It's based off what agendas you push, what you choose not to say, what you do say, and what you look like. Example, Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart. They're not necessarily the funniest comedians in the world, but right now they're the most popping comedians in the planet because they push the agendas that the higher ups want to be pushed. Rather it's Tiffany's stereotype black woman act, or it's Kevin being the little cuddly black guy who smiles all the time. Whatever. It's not about how talented you are. And similar to Cardi B. Like I say, once again, there's no hatred in this, but I think we all know she does not write majority of her music. So to give her songwriter of the year is kind of like, okay, you're insulting our intelligence big time. Because even the blindest sheep, people who are followers, majority, I always say 85% of people are followers. There's always going to be more followers than leaders. I'm not one of them. I'm a leader. But even the most blindest sheep are starting to see the bullshit that I said 2 years ago. And they're like, hold up, this doesn't add up. That's like giving Drake songwriter of the decade, and we know it's been well publicized. He didn't write a lot of his stuff early on. But the problem with this is oversaturation is a motherfucker. And I've seen other MCs, other rappers. I've been listening to hip hop my whole life. I've seen other rappers who are more popular with more credibility than Cardi B have their careers ended because of oversaturation. Just because people got tired of them because they were just being shoved down your face and people just turned the other cheek and tuned them out. Example, Lil Wayne. At one point, you couldn't go anywhere. Lil Wayne was on at least 5 songs on the radio. He was everywhere. People got tired of him. He didn't fall off. People got tired of him. 50 Cent, another one. He had a video game, clothing line, water, this, that. People got tired of him, and Cardi is not exempt. She can be replaced just like anybody else in the entertainment business. That's what it's about. It's the next runner-up type of deal. And I think they got to slow down on this push because if they don't, once the people decide that they're tired of you and they want to move on, it's nothing you can do to win them back. That's it. There's not too many comebacks in hip hop. It's not like R&B when you could go away for 5, 10 years and have a comeback like Mariah did or Usher or any. It's different in hip hop. It ain't too many comebacks, And once they make up their mind that you're done, that's it. And I think if they don't slow down on this push with this girl, they're gonna push people away, and people are gonna say enough is enough. A lot of people are already saying that, and these are people who are fans or supportive or neutral just a year ago, and they're like, okay, enough is enough. Good fucking God, you know. It's like she's a nice girl, a nice woman. I'm pretty. There's nothing against her personally. You know, the Pepsi commercials, this, that, there's nothing, I have against her. I just know when someone's being forced and over pushed, and when someone is not deserving based off the talent. Because I think we all can agree there's other women in hip hop who are more talented than Cardi B, rather it be Trina, Rhapsody, Remy, whatever. But to just single her out and just give her everything when people clearly know she's not deserving of everything that she's being given. I mean, even album of the year, now I can deal with her winning that because she probably sold more than anybody. I personally thought from a content perspective it should have been Meek's album or Victory Lap or whatever. It was a lot of good albums last year, but when you give her songwriter of the year, it's like, okay, you're insulting people's intelligence now. Like, come on, bro. Come the fuck on. And some people like, oh, you're hating. No, no, I'm not. I'm not hating at all. But I just think if they want to continue, if they want this girl to have longevity and be around for another 5, 6 years, they got to slow down a little bit. They need to maybe take a break, take a couple months off, take a year off. She's a mother now, and repackage her and then do whatever. Because I mean, they're doing too much. I think, because hip hop, even if you're relevant for 20 years in hip hop, you really only if you're lucky. Similar to sports, you got a 4 or 5 year window of dominance in football or whatever. That's how it is in hip hop. If you're lucky enough and fortunate, you'll have a 4 or 5 year run of dominance. No one's gonna dominate hip hop for 20 years. But if you just want to be relevant and sustain longevity, it's gotta go in waves. It can't just be straight forced, full force down people's throats. It's not. It doesn't work like that. And I think they are gonna. I think a year from now, people are just gonna say fuck it, and she might be done just that quick because they're pushing her too fucking far. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. So yeah, Cardi B wins ASCAP Songwriter of the Year. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be back. One.